There are leaks about the 34th main box in Duel Links Eternal Stream. It has support for Photon, Heroic Champion, Fire Fist, Dreamed Mirror, Dark World, UA, Onomat, Melfi, and some other random stuff. Fire Fist got a lot of new support. They got new Xyz monsters that help the archetype set up the board easier, and they have Fire Formation TENKI that can search their archetype monsters, but I think that the deck will be a lot like Noble Knights. They need both their monsters and back row to start their plays, and you'll have a really hard time if either one gets removed. The balance skill would also be really good with Fire Fists if it wasn't nerfed. Fire Formation TENKI is very useful in other Beast Warrior decks like Lunar Light and Yosenju. These decks suddenly become much more consistent because of this search spell, but your opponent can stop its effect by chaining Cosmic Cyclone or any back row removal cards. Dream Mirror is a new archetype with light and dark monsters and 2 field spells. The field spells can be swapped every turn, and the monsters can also tag each other out and gain effects depending on your field spell. This archetype is very underpowered now. It's arguably worse than Triamids and is a lot more expensive. UA got 2 new spells, the most important one being Signing Deal, a spell that special summons a UA monster from the deck by losing life points. This card is very powerful not just because it gives you a free summon, it also lowers your life points for skill activation, just like Star Blast before it was limited. Even though many skills that Star Blast abused were nerfed already, there are still more skills in the game that the card can trigger, like Destiny Draw, Reinforcements, and Sealed Tombs. My guess is that Konami is already planning to nerf these skills in the upcoming ban list, so people cannot abuse Signing Deal with skills. That being said, we won't know Konami's plans until the new ban list is out. The other archetype support like Heroic Champion, Dark World, Onomat and Melfi are pretty trash, so I won't spend time to talk about them. Let's talk about the generic Xyz monsters in this box. There aren't many generic Xyz monsters, but there are some good Xyz monsters for Warrior and Beast Warrior type monsters. Heroic Champion Excalibur can reach 4000 attack and beat over basically any monster and deal massive damage. Tiger King can negate monster effects, and can search out Fire Formation back row if you have them in your deck. There is only one generic Xyz monster in this entire box, Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. It is extremely powerful if your opponent has Xyz monsters, but it's pretty much useless if your opponent doesn't. There are a few generic spells and traps in this box, but they aren't very good either. Dark Ruler No More will be far less powerful in Duel Links than in the TCG because our format depends on back row much more. It'll only be a good option for side decks if you're playing tournaments. Trap Hole is not bad, but pretty much every other popular staple traps are better than it, so there's no reason to play this card. Should you buy this box after it's released? No, unless you are a Beast Warrior player who needs TENKI to search your cards, but I still think it's not really worth getting one single card from a main box. Thanks for watching, goodbye.